Welcome to our Learning for Knowledge YouTube channel. Today we will describe about the desalination, its definition, history and some important types of desalination and water resources or water reservoir in the world. What we cover in this video regarding the desalination is its history and its definition of desalination, classification of salt water and classification of desalination processes used in the industry. First of all, we will define the desalination. If we look in the dictionary, then we can find the word of desalination and its origin is from the word desalt. What is the meaning of desalt? Is basically removal of a salt from, that is removal of a salt from the water. So the term desalination is referred to as the process of removing dissolved solids such as salts and minerals from water. So history of desalination has a long history in both mythology and practice, and if we look in the past, then we will find that some people who shipmen normally use and started this technique to get the good quality water during their sailmen. Now the question arises, why we need desalination? If we look into the detail, there are several reasons for the desalination process, but the more important or more convincing of which may be: number one, the increased demand for fresh water by population growth in arid climates and other geographies with limited access to high quality and low salinity water, which is the basic requirement of the human being. And second, and another important reason is the per capita increase in demand for fresh water due to industrialization and urbanization, so that outpaces the availability of high quality water. What this means, that as the industrialization process is going on, urbanization are going on, then the available good quality water is becoming now short and short. So we required some other means to get a good quality of water. So desalination basically provides a supply of fresh usable water. So desalination has become a viable option to close a water demand gap in current. So if we look the total available water in the universe, then we can see that 97.5%, that is the majority of the water, is available in the ocean. Sea water is basically biggest component of the available water, and only 2.5% of the total we have a fresh and brackish water. And again, from this 2.5%, the permanent snow and ice comprise of 80%, and ground and surface water is comprised of only 20%. So now if we look in the past, then we mostly rely on this 20% of 2.5% now, and this glacier or snows and sometimes provide water in the rivers, so some part of this will be used. But nowadays, due to the increasing demand, then we are diverting our attention to the ocean water, and desalination is a process which can be used to make this water, the sea water, usable for us, universal water. So if we look and if we want to classify this water classification on the basis of salinity, then this table will describe the different categories of water. So non-saline water, when salt concentration is less than 500 ppm, and this is the basically drinking and irrigation water. And next category is slightly saline saline, which is 500 to 1000 ppm of salt concentration, and normally it is used in irrigation purposes, and some in the part of the world it can be used as drinking. Moderately saline 1500 to 7000 primary drainage and groundwater. Then highly saline, which has a 7000 to 15,000 salt concentration, you can say TDS. This is secondary drainage and groundwater. Then very highly saline 15,000 to 35,000 very saline groundwater in some areas of the world. And then brine, which is greater than 35,000, this is basically seawater. So if we look in this table, then 98%, 97 to 98% water is more than highly saline, which has a water salt ratio of 35,000, which is seawater. So it is not usable for any of these human activities, for drinking, irrigation, and so etc. That's why we need desalination process. So if we look in the history of the desalination process, then we can find that in the middle of the 4th century AD, a method used by seamen in which boiling seawater over a fire and natural sponge was placed over the mouth of the vessel, and then these condensed vapor could then be squeezed from the sponge and used for the drinking purpose. This is an old historical picture. You can say shipboard distillation, where these people are boiling the water, and through this sponge they can collect and condense the water and then use during their journeys. So the best known work of this kind reported was by Jabir bin Hayyan, a chemist, who published an article on distillation in the late 700s. The first major land-based desalination plant may have been installed in Tunisia in 1560. In the late 1500s, a significant contribution to the knowledge of desalination was made by Giovanni Battista della Porta, and Sir Richard Hawkins, one of the heroes of the Elizabethan era, had supplied his men with fresh water by means of shipboard distillation. In fact, Hawkins may have been the first to recognize the importance of and report on fuel economy with this purpose. So with 4 billet, that is wood, and stilled a hogshead of water. So this is the slight history of the desalination, and this is a picture of seawater distillating apparatus installed in Malta. You can see in this building a desalination plant was installed and used for the production of desalted water. So, however, in 1872, a man from Chile designed and installed the most dramatic distillation capacity of solar desalter. That is, they start using the desalination with the help of solar light, solar energy. In 1907, two distillers were installed in Jeddah under the Ottoman rule and were known as Kindasa, that is condenser. These units used coal for firing, and then this energy is converted to boil the water and then condense it for the and use for the drinking and other purposes. So the research and application of desalination grew in the mid 20th century, and in the last 30 to 35 years has seen exponential achievement in the building of desalination facilities around the world. And you can see that biggest desalination plants are installed in Middle East, especially in. So basically, desalination process can be categorized in two big different types, that is major process and alternative process. So on the basis of this, we can further classify the desalination process, that is based on thermal process and then membrane based process in the major category, and in alternative category we have a freezing, ion exchange, and then this ion exchange again go to reverse osmosis. But if we look in the major or big processes, then we have a thermal processes which use heat, and we use in this thermal process there are further subclassification. First is very famous multi-stage flash distillation, MSF known as, then multiple effect evaporation and vapor compression evaporation, cogeneration, and renewable energy distillation. In membrane based, we have a reverse osmosis, as we described this process in other videos, then electrodialysis and membrane distillation. This is general classification of desalination processes, and now much of the focus is now on the thermal process, and now a membrane process is used relatively in this advanced stages, and much focus is on membrane process nowadays. Top countries by total installed capacity, if we look from 1945 to 2012, then on the basis of these two big processes, thermal capacity and membrane capacity. So United Arab Emirates have installed capacity of 7.3 million meter cube per day of thermal capacity and membrane capacity of 1.5. Now this capacity has been increased with the passage of time. Saudi Arabia up till 2012 it has 5.9 and 5.4 big player. Kuwait has thermal capacity 2.3, Qatar 1.3, and Libya 0.9 million meter cube per day. And United States has a membrane type capacity 7.9, China 2.0, 4.6. This only gives the picture that how these countries are using the desalination process to produce the water which can be used in daily life for industrialization as well as drinking purposes and other irrigation purposes. So now the dependence of the desalination process is increasing day by day, and if we look, the current one of the biggest plant installed in Saudi Arabia, the largest water distillation plant is the Jubail plant, Saudi Arabia, which produces 1.4 million meter cube per. We will try to make the videos on these topics like